Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, please make sure you're still subscribed. Hey everyone, today is Wednesday, April 15th. I hope everyone is doing well today. I am going to be covering a couple of lives in this video, trying to get caught up on what's going on over in Liv's life. It definitely seems like there are some red flags going on that Olivia is very much oblivious to. I did also find it very interesting that Olivia came on this internet crying the day after she was dragging this little baby for no reason, being completely nasty and evil. And here it is, she comes up on here crying the next day. And this is why I speak on her tattoos the way that I do, because I don't find it to be a coincidence that this girl has a tattoo of the smile now, cry later. And here it is, she thought it was funny to, literally just drag an innocent baby, and the next day she's on here crying. So, in other words, her tattoos really speak very loudly to what is really driving her spiritually. And Olivia really doesn't have a clue what she has opened herself up to spiritually. What we see going on with Olivia, there's a combination of things. There is definitely a lot of chaos that we see going on in her life. Partly is because of the karma that keeps coming to her daily, because she hasn't figured out that the stuff that she says and does towards people is constantly paying her back, and she doesn't get it. The other part of that is just the path that she's on. Her life is literally spiraling out of control, and she's on a path of destruction. And when you are on a path of destruction, that's pretty much what you see happening. It's like everything around you starts to fall apart. Things ain't making sense. Things ain't working out. And I know Olivia tries very hard to dress up her chaos, and she tries to spin a different narrative on, the dysfunction that we see over there. But there's only so many ways you can try to dress something up before it just completely unravels. And that's what we see going on with Olivia. She really tries to get ahead of things. She tries to change things up. She's very manipulative in how she tries to listen to what we're saying over here, and she tries to deviate from those things, and tries to spin a different story, or try to give a different reasoning behind the things that we are pointing out over there. But again, there's only so many ways you can pivot before you literally end up with your back against the wall and there's nowhere else you can go. And so that's what we see happening over there with Liv's life. Her life is really chaotic, and it's really sad to watch. It truly is. In some kind of way, she thinks she's, I don't know. It just seems like in her mind she feels like she's one-upping people, but what you're really ending up doing is further exposing yourself, and you're showing people truly how bad it is over there. Every time you try to come on here and defend it, you just make it worse. But we're going to get into a couple of these lives. I'm just going to cover a couple of clips here and there, and speak on some things. So let's go ahead and get into it.
How am I feeling today? I'm fine. Stop, clean. I'm fine. I'm crying, bro. This is so annoying. What? The door? Kalani, I don't know what you're saying, baby. Ginger at the door?
It sounds like Kalani was saying stranger at the door.
No, don't. Get over here. Get over here. Just stay right here. Don't touch the front door. Do you understand me? No. It's him. It's him. You don't know who hit me. Yeah, you shush too. Shush. Everybody shush. No, nobody's coming in the door. Calm down. We're not gonna let him in. We're not gonna let him in. We're not letting anybody in. Yeah, we're not letting Pablo in. Hush. No. We don't care about that. Just hush. No! Open the door! No, be quiet. I just made the voice. Shh. Open the door! Okay? No! Shush! Shush!
So someone was knocking at the door constantly and blowing her phone up. And AJ, at first, he was like, it's Jen. And then he was like, it's him. And then he said, it's Tay. And that's when Olivia was getting annoyed with him, telling him to shush. And so somebody in the comments in my recent video said that the person that was at the door was Gamer Bay. And allegedly he had left his gun at her house. I don't know how true that is because I hadn't seen a video yet where she made mention of that. I know she's going live on TikTok. I really don't have time to be surfing through her videos because she is always on social media all day. But if that's true, that is pretty insane that she would have somebody over there with a gun and she has 2 young children there. The other part that makes this really crazy is the fact that her children are even having to deal with something like this because obviously this man, whoever is at her door, don't seem to care that she has children. I don't know what time this happened because I don't know when she went live, so I don't know what time of day or night this was when he was, calling and knocking on the door. But it's just the fact that this dude really don't care about the fact that she got kids. And so, like I've said before, if this man is disrespectful towards you, he's definitely going to be disrespectful towards your children.
Lord Jesus, just hush. Jesus. Just want to be left alone. Don't answer. No, do not answer the phone. Do not answer the door. We're not answering nothing. The cops? It's not bad. I just told him just not to come over. I don't want to see him. Oh my god, bro! What? Fuck, he's gonna irritate my soul, dude.
Oh, wow. So the reason why you could hear the knocks more closer is because this man was knocking on her window. So he went from knocking on her door to knocking at her window and still calling her. I don't know, y'all. That's kind of weird to me. That's not kinda. That's actually very weird.
You know the fucking window is diabolical, bro. What? What? No, I don't want to see you right now. Leave me alone. I'm not doing extra shit. I just don't want to be bothered right now. No, go home. No, just go home, bro. I'm not playing with you either. I told you I didn't want to see you right now. And you do that, so no. Oh my god. Okay, well, we can try this again another day. I don't want to see you. No, I don't want to see you. Please don't. Please. Go away. No, go home. I don't want to see you. I'm not doing extra shit. Just go home. I don't want to deal with you right now. Just go home, please. No. Jen. I told you not to come over here. I told you that. It's Jen. Jen knocking on the door. Jen knocking on the door. Please don't. I know, I don't want you to. Just go home, please. Jen knocking on the door. I have a headache now. I have a headache and I don't feel good. You guys, come here.
I don't know, you guys. I know some people were saying that this was a skit. It is kind of throwing me off that AJ kept saying it's Jen at the door or knocking at the door, but then he said it was him. I don't know. I just think this whole situation is weird. But I don't know what to think about this. Y'all let me know what y'all are thinking. Do y'all feel this is Olivia playing around and Jen was really the one knocking at the door? Do you think this really was Gamer Bay? To me, it does kind of seem like this was him calling and knocking at the door. And I don't know, like it's just really giving weird vibes to me.
Yes. Everything, okay. Alright, so listen. Yesterday I came on here crying, right? I was crying because yesterday and this weekend, like, oh my god, it's been hard. Like, this pregnancy has been, like, kicking my ass. I'm not even playing with you guys. Like, some days I'm okay, but some days are, like, really hard. And yesterday, it was really hard. I was just so tired. Can't hear you. I don't know what to tell you. Turn your phone up. Yesterday was really, really hard. And I don't know, I'm just like going through like all the emotions too. Like all the fucking up and down hormone changes, emotion. I'd be screaming at everybody, crying the next minute. It's kind of a mess. You don't have to share if you don't want to. It was nothing. It was just I didn't want to deal with my baby daddy. And he wanted to see me and I didn't want to see him. And we kind of argued in the morning. And then the argument just went all day. Not even we were arguing though, we just weren't talking. And then he hit me up when he got off of work. And I didn't want to see him. But he didn't give a fuck. So he came over here anyway. So, yeah. It was just whatever. I don't want to deal with it. But I have to. Well, I don't have to, but I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I just don't want to deal with him. And I think I've already told you guys this. Like, I don't want to deal with him my whole pregnancy. Like, If we're gonna co-parent, we can co-parent when the baby's here. The baby's not here, so there's nothing to co-parent right now. Well, I do set boundaries. I do. Nothing happened last night. We literally just slept.
So, this man was beating down your door, blowing your phone up, knocking on your window. You was acting like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want you to come in. But you ended up letting him come in anyway. And you said all y'all did was sleep. Something just don't sound right with that, because for her to say she does have boundaries, how is that a boundary? When you let this man come to your home and you didn't want to let him in. Like, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around that. You got somebody beating down your door, trying to force you to let him in, but you don't want him to come in, but you let him in anyway. And not only did you open the door to him to let him come in, you let him stay the night? Like, is it just me, or do something just don't sound right there? Because either you are playing for the camera, or you're really that ignorant and you really don't understand what to look for when it comes to red flags and really seeing crazy, and you just don't seem to recognize crazy. Like, that to me is some strange behavior coming from a man. Ain't no way in the world I would let a man come inside my home with my young children, and this man is literally blowing my phone up, beating on my door, and knocking on my window. The way you love calling cops, I would think that would be one of the reasons why you would call the cops. But I just find this whole situation strange. Like, it's just very strange. It's possible I ain't got all the pieces to this puzzle, but it just don't sound right to me.
It was so annoying. I couldn't do anything. And I was like thinking to myself, can you leave? But I didn't say nothing. But it was annoying. Just because I like to do my own thing. And he was just here, and he went to bed like super early, which is understandable. But like, I wasn't tired, so I just laid there, which would be fine. But it's like, I just don't like him like that. So it's tell him get out. No, I'm just like, all day I haven't talked to him all day today, and I'm just not gonna hit him up.
Yeah, this girl ain't making no sense to me. You sitting here talking about he was irritating you because you didn't want him there. You were so annoyed. You don't really like him like that. But the person in the comment section was like, well, tell him to leave. I mean, that alone is common sense. But instead of Olivia using common sense, she says, no, not gonna do that. Like, girl, what exactly are we saying here? Like, you're really not making sense at all, because if you don't want to be bothered, why in the world would you let somebody come over there and stay the night if you really didn't want to? Like, you are a grown woman. You telling me you don't know how to tell somebody no? You don't know how to tell somebody to leave you alone. You're not opening your door. You don't want them in your house. Like, none of this is making sense to me.
He's like so stuck on the past, like what I did to him, what I did to him, what I did to him. Is that like manipulation? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, okay, I get it. Like, you already said it like a million fucking times, bro. Why do you keep talking about this shit? Like, what is the fucking point? Talking about he doesn't want to be with me because he's scared of what he'll do to me. Talk about if you ever hurt me again, I don't know what I'm gonna do to you, bro. I'm like, okay, like, I didn't even say I want to be with you, bro. Like, where, like, how did we end up on this conversation? Oh my god, so fucking annoying, bro.
Yeah. Something is definitely not right with this dude. And Olivia just really skated past this statement allegedly that this man made towards her. I don't know if she's thinking this is cute. I don't know if she's looking at this like she's so desirable and this is why this man is acting this way. I don't know why this woman is literally skating past all these red flags and she's sitting here laughing about it. Like, Olivia, girl, do you really not see anything wrong with what this man is telling you? This is crazy. This is crazy. And let me remind y'all again, I know some people don't like it, but I'm just saying, it's starting to kind of play out. The fact that I sat here and told y'all that I saw what I saw regarding Olivia, some dude she was messing around with, and whoever that man was, AJ said he was the devil. AJ was terrified of this man. I'm just saying, something just ain't sounding right with this dude. And the fact that Olivia can repeat what this man said and she still don't seem to see any danger signs, warning signs, red flags, like flashing lights trying to get her attention, I don't know what else to say here. But Olivia, this is not cute. This should not be taken as such. You really need to open your eyes and see that something ain't right here. This is not a flex. No man who is sane is going to say some mess like that.
That's why I'm just going to move away and change my number and my address and live happily ever after. She said, red flag, girl, please be safe. Nah, I'm good. I just don't want to mess with him. You have men problems often? Not really. I think I just get with the wrong men. And that's fine. That's fine. I mean, you're never too late to change. You feel me? It's not a big deal. I would not allow him around my kids. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but yeah, I get what you're saying. He's telling me and showing me who he is. Yeah, but a lot of the time I realize that these guys talk a lot of shit and they don't really do anything. And if I felt like I was scared of somebody, then I would be scared of somebody, but I'm not scared of him. I just don't want to deal with him. He's not going to do nothing to me or my kids. What the fuck? I'm telling you guys, have you guys ever been to jail? Let me ask you that question. Who's been to jail? Put a 1 in the chat if you've been to jail before. No, I don't date psycho white men. What the fuck? I date what I date, and those men talk a lot of shit. The only one I don't think I would be scared of, you guys already know who it would be, because that nigga is crazy. But other than him, yeah, I'm not really scared of the other ones. They kind of just talk a lot of shit, and that's cool. I talk a lot of shit too.
So Olivia is being very dismissive towards the comments that are coming through her chats. One person said, this person sounds crazy. She was like, no, I don't think he's crazy. I don't think he's a psycho. I don't date psychos. Then somebody said I wouldn't have him around my children. She kind of, yeah, I can see what you're saying, but she kind of brushed it off. And it's like, she then asks her viewers, how many of y'all have been to jail? Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all, it was very insane that 4 people who were all women said that they had been in jail. So that again lets you know who's supporting this woman and why they support her. They are pretty much the same. So it made sense that I was able to see 4 women in her chats basically say that they too been to jail. The other thing that I want to say is Olivia had the nerve to say she doesn't date psycho white men. In other words, she believes that in order for her to be in a violent type of situation where a man could harm her and her children, the only way that would happen is if the man is white. Very ignorant, very out of touch when it comes to the real world. Because Olivia, I don't understand how you can sit here and say that only white men are violent when we see all the time black women being unalived by black men. And we see a lot in the news where black men are unaliving women's children. Like, I have never seen a person be so hard-headed that they cannot allow themselves to see any truth. It's like she refuses to see any truth, because the moment she does that, she's going to have to acknowledge that she's doing something wrong, and she don't want to do that. She doesn't want to be seen as someone who's doing something wrong, who doesn't know what she's doing, who's making mistakes. Like, she doesn't want to look that way. So she continues to live in delusion. And it's very sad that this is the route she keeps taking, because she's not only putting herself in harm's way, but she's putting her children in harm's way.
Like I said, if you've been to jail, you don't want to go. That's not a place you want to go back to. And that's definitely not a place that you want to spend the rest of your life in. You know what I mean? Not for me. Now, not saying that some people are not psycho and they'll do what they're going to do. But, yeah, none of them want to go to prison for the rest of their life. So I'm not really worried.
So, according to Olivia's logic, she believes that because she messes with men who have already been in prison, that she's safe from being hurt or harmed in any way, because she knows they don't want to go back. That was her whole reasoning for asking her viewers how many of them have been to jail, to try to make the point that if you've been to jail, that's not a place you want to go back. So therefore, she believes that she's safe and her children are safe from being harmed by these men that she messes with, that she intentionally messes with because she loves messing with felons. She believes that because they've been to jail, she has nothing to worry about because they don't want to go back. Girl, I really don't understand your logic, because it doesn't make any sense. There are a lot of situations, unfortunately, where men who have had a history of being in jail unalived their significant others. There have been many situations where people have been that crazy where they didn't have nothing to lose. They not only unalived the other person, they took their own life. You don't know what kind of crazy you're dealing with, Olivia, because you didn't take the time to actually get to see who these men are. You don't know what their psyche looks like because you never allowed yourself to see it. How do you know who a person is if you're sleeping with them as soon as you meet them? Like, these are the things that I've been speaking over here, all the reasons why this girl shouldn't be moving the way she's moving, and look at the situation she's in now. I think this is a very serious situation here. And it makes it that much more cringe to watch, because you're dealing with someone who seems to be very ignorant to identifying crazy. Like, this girl is literally like somewhere else, and she's not tapped in the way she really needs to be picking up on this stuff, because you're allowing this man around your children. This is the same man who hit AJ and Kalani just in a few short days of being around your kids, and you didn't have a problem with that. I don't know, y'all. Yeah, this right here is it's just very disturbing, because it's one thing to see a woman, going through something like this. It's another thing to see that there are innocent children, small children, that are kind of left vulnerable to it. You know what I mean? And I just ask that y'all continue to pray for AJ and Kalani, because to see this type of behavior in a man, to see how easy it was for this same man to hit her children, and he didn't even know her children, didn't even spend time with her children, and he already felt comfortable hitting them. This is allegedly who she's pregnant by. So, I don't know, y'all. Just keep those babies in prayer, because it don't sound right. It don't look right. It don't feel right. Like, nothing about this situation seems right to me. But I'm going to leave it here, you guys. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.